What is your name?
Jason Huff.
My name is Cody Peterson.
I'm India Johnson.
My name is Erica Guevara. I'm Adriana McCain.
Alicia Locken.
I am Samantha Rogers.
I'm Jessica Samarano.
My name's Jasleen.
My name is Megan Chatelaine.
And what school do you represent?
I'm the head forensics coach at Hartnell Community College.
I am from Modesto Junior College.
And I go to DVC.
I also go to DVC.
And I go to San Francisco State University.
And I am from California State University, Chico.
And I guess I'm representing myself and potentially Las Positas College.
And not really representing any school. I'm just here recollecting on Las Positas.
And I am from Hartnell College.
I go to Modesto Junior College.
And how long have you been in forensics?
This is my second semester.
This is my second year.
I will be a year in now.
And this is my second semester. So I just started like really getting into it, but I really already like it, so I'll probably stay in it.
This is my 4th semester doing forensics.
I've been involved in forensics since I was actually in high school. So
I was in forensics for 2 years, I believe.
This is my 4th semester.
And what first got you into forensics?
I joined forensics after I did like a extra credit speech tournament. And I did an informative speech and I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. And so one of the team members wrote on my ballot at the tournament, you should join COM 365 or something like that. And so I did it, and then I walked into the room and it was just this like whole team of people who are talking about, you know, like social justice and issues that you don't hear about, black asexuality, the problem with the term at-risk youth, you know, and I was like, I've never been in a space where these things are openly discussed and even like brought up or talked about. So I was like, this is really awesome. And then I got into interp, and then from there, now I'm here.
Well, one of my good friends from high school started doing forensics, and he knew that I wanted to do, you know, some kind of stuff with like comedy as well as like sort of acting, but without like actually doing, you know, the stuff that was like on campus. And he said, you know, I do speech and debate, you should try it out. There's a lot of different events that you can do, and I looked into it and I was like, oh, this sounds like a lot of fun. So I went to like the first meeting and I've stayed ever since.
Well, as you can tell, I really struggle when it comes to interviews, but I was a recruiter for Best Buy. Well, they would have me train people, and I just had to learn how to speak better, and they wanted to move me up the ladder, but my speech skills were a little off, so I just wanted to perfect that, and then I just became so in love with this and everything that we do, and now I don't want to leave.
Essentially, I knew I needed to practice on my communication skills, so I thought a good way to do that would be to branch off into forensics, and it was a really good idea.
actually I had a speech impediment when I was younger, and some of the professionals that helped me work through that actually recommended me getting into speech and debate in high school. And I did, and now at age almost 43, you can't shut me up.
I had a communications course, and as extra credit, they offered you the opportunity to go to a showcase that our school provided, where they showed off some of the different speeches and a mock debate, and kind of just showed what happens on the speech and debate team, and I got really interested then, and so I decided to take it, and I kind of fell in love. It pretty much became my life, and I just kind of haven't stopped. Well, last semester, it was my first one, I took Home 120, and then when we had to like speak in front of the class, my professor noticed that I was really comfortable with speaking publicly and everything, and so he was like, oh, why don't you come and try this? And so I came in like the second day of class or whatever for that, and then I just really liked it, and then I saw people perform, and I was just like, wow, this is so cool, so that's why I stayed.
I took a class with Dr. Solomon, who is one of the COM instructors, and he was like, hey, you should try out, and I kind of just did it because it was like, okay. But he said, hey, you're really good at impromptu and debate, go. I was like, all right. And it just kind of stuck with me forever.
And what motivated you to keep going, to keep with it?
It was really fun. I really liked the atmosphere, and just being able to talk to people and learn from a bunch of different people was amazing. And it opened opportunities that were brilliant. Like I went to Europe twice. What? And it really helps with transferring too.
I'm more confident. Like I'm cool with talking in public. Like I was always cool with it before, but it's like now it's just like natural. Like, and it's like performing is not that hard anymore. Before it used to be like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to be in front of a crowd and like try to like I don't know, show off emotion. But now it's just like, oh, it's easy. So not easy, but you know what I mean. It's easier, I should say.
It seems easier to just start up conversations. People actually naturally assume that you're smarter just because you can like speak well.
Yeah.
And a lot of the skills that you gain just make you a more confident speaker, and so it makes it easier to interact with and get to know people. And also, you're like the only person that doesn't have an awkward wedding speech or anything like that where you're required to give a speech. It's just so much easier to be able to do that because you feel relaxed and you know that you've done it hundreds of times. Totally not an exaggeration.
We could put up a facade like, oh, we're confident when we're really like dying inside, but it's all good because they can't tell.
Yeah.
Like right now. Just kidding.
And how do you think speech forensics has improved your life overall?
Oh my gosh, I am more aware, like I'm more aware of all of the social issues that are happening, whereas before I was just like, what's going on? I didn't know. Whereas now it's like, I get a sense that, hey, there's definite inequalities in the system, there are definite problems when it comes to women's rights, whereas kind of before I was just like skating along, like, no big deal, whatever, but now I'm like, we need to do something about this because there's massive problems in society.
Overall, I think just being the ability that it's maybe to, I get a little emotional about it because actually when I went through a really bad divorce and came out as an openly gay man and lost my former professorship, I had to start completely from scratch and not in the academic community. And it was actually my communication skills that allowed me to get a corporate job that allowed me to reestablish myself in California and eventually led to my position at Hartnell College. So it's affected my life both in very tangible ways, but also a lot of intangible, just in the sense that it has allowed me to really truly find my own voice.
18 right now. I just turned 18 this past year, and I got a job that pays around 50 grand a year or so already, and I mean I couldn't have done that if I didn't know how to present myself well, if I didn't know how to speak well. And that's actually what they put down when I did my interviews, that I had amazing communication skills, and obviously I didn't have this before, you know, so I feel like it would help me now, and it's helping me even further because when I applied to private universities, they asked me for an interview, and I mean I can give a really good interview and get in and be competitive if I can't speak right. I don't know, I just feel like it's really helping me develop my speech.
I have friends. That's a nice one. It's really good to know that like this is gonna be something that resumes will be like, you can talk good. Be like, yeah, I did it for fun. But really, like that is such an underrated skill, being able to communicate and talk to people and not get nervous in front of a crowd if you have to make some sort of announcement or whatever. That is really, really valuable, and like knowing how to research and knowing how to write.
When I argue with my family, I'm better at that now. So I wouldn't. I listen more instead of just arguing. It's kind of that capacity where I'll sit there and I'll listen to people and I'll also listen to what they're talking about instead of just kind of, hey, I'm right.
And are there any special moments, special memories that you keep carrying around that you were very fond of from your time in forensics?
Yeah, as a competitor, my senior year in college, one of my teammates and I, we split a co-national championship in Lincoln Douglas debate, and that was awesome as a competitor. And then as a coach, I think that my favorite memory that I've had is there was a student that I had at my former university that had a stuttering problem and specifically wanted to get involved to work on that. And so he would work with his stuttering and work through it at competitions. And my favorite part of that is it ultimately led to him being able to recite his wedding vows to his wife without a single stutter after the end of his senior year.
Actually, I think it was at Champs or last semester, and I was just like, it was duos, and they were just so amazing because it was like the open ones, and it was like, wow, it's just how much like heart and soul they like put into their performance. Like, I was like, wow, I want to be like that. So
I think with debate, it's like always really exciting when I actually get a resolution that really connects to me on a personal level, where it's something that I actually believe in and want to defend. It's really cool to basically get like some sort of argument like on providing daycare centers and more affordable childcare for people in impoverished communities. Like that was something amazing to debate, because it's something that I actually feel like, wow, this is something really cool. This is something that I actually care about, and I'm not just saying it to impress a judge. I'm actually saying it because it's something that I want to research, I want to know about, and I really want to be able to speak passionately about. And that's always so much fun when I get a case that I actually feel something for.
The drives to tournaments in the van, where we're all kind of just like hanging out and being ourselves, you know? And I think that's also what keeps me in forensics. It's the people. Like everyone on our team is just so like compassionate and nice and friendly and just like amazing and intelligent, and they care about things, you know, the things that they talk about. And I think that is what will stick with me long after I leave forensics. It's the people I met when I did this.
Is there anything you'd tell people who might be interested in forensics or not sure if they really want to join? Is there anything that you'd like to tell them that might be a selling point for them to get into it?
Dope suits.
Hey, this is cool.
dope ass suits. But really, like, you get to, the most traveling that I've ever done has been through forensics, and you get to meet people that you wouldn't have otherwise, and it's really a cool experience, especially if you like learning. Like, you get to learn things from different speeches and learn all sorts of different like points of view that you would never considered before. And so much of it is the community too, that everybody's so nice and it's such a warm, welcoming environment. And I just like, it's like, that is like great. Like, I wasn't joking when I said the friends part. Like, that is, it's one of the best parts.
It truly is an activity that no matter what you end up doing in life, no matter what career you end up in or station in life, community, country, better communication skills end up happening as a result of being involved in this activity. And so if you're scared or curious or even flat out frightened, find somebody that's involved in the community, talk to them, go see different events, and I promise you'll get hooked.
Forensics has something for everyone. Whether you're a theater kid, they have interpretations. Whether you like to learn information, they have informative speeches. If you like to, they have parley debating and Lincoln Douglas debating too, if you like to actually argue and talk about things that matter.
I would just say, although it may seem intimidating initially, just go for it. I mean, it's not that scary once you get into it, and even though you may be extremely nervous, which I completely understand, it will make you better. So just be brave, go through with it, and you'll learn a lot in the end.
That'd be
I
like
would
a
say
selling
do
point?
do it because, I mean, you can get offered the scholarships, you can get offered to go to the big 4-year schools, but there's so much more than that. It's so much more. It's the people that you meet and you love. It's the team that you end up growing with, and then you end up just growing as a person overall, because then you realize that there are things going on in your life and around you that you were just numb to before.
Go for it. Just do it. Honestly, I can't explain how it has helped me. I know there's the school and there's the job part, but it also helps you with your family and how you communicate with them and having a better understanding of them and being able to accept everybody around you. And honestly, it just makes you a happier person.
Do you have a favorite judge and why?
Favorite judge? Oh, that's a difficult question. I love Jason Ames, Anna Botero. I love, oh gosh, Jeff Toney, Kat Bruce. All of my judges at this tournament, Daniel Lopez, they have been fantastic. Like,
I don't have a favorite judge, just because I haven't been here for too long. This is my second semester. Well, I've been here for a year technically. I only know a couple judges, and honestly my favorite ones are the ones that can give me a lot of notes.
Do you guys have any memories in forensics that you consider to be like special to you? Was there a round that you were in that moved you, or was there a moment where you overcame something? A memory that is particular to you in forensics?
I think it was the first tournament that I had ever been to. I ended up getting top novice for ADS, so that was an event that I'd really wanted to do, and it felt just really good to know, like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna suck at this so bad after all.
I'm still friends with a lot of people that I was on the team with, so that's really awesome. It's been a few years now and I'm still friends with them, and I still get invited back to community events or speech events, so that's really awesome. And just the confidence, you know, I got to travel internationally and compete, and it was really awesome to be told, like, yes, you are a great speaker, and actually be recognized in an international way.
Yeah, I mean, I was in it for so long, there was definitely a lot of moments that were really fun. Some that come to mind right now probably were the international trips, because it's really fun to travel. There was a lot of really lovely memories, just like walking around with the team, biking along, you know, the Mediterranean was really lovely. But mainly it was just getting to know the people on my team.
Yes, this is the first, I would say last semester was the first time that we placed, sweepstakes? More than once, and it's our best season yet, and I feel like I'm so glad to have shared this. Oh, and it was actually our first invitational ever. So we held at Harnell our first invitational, and I feel like this speech team is gonna go very far, and I was part of pretty much what began the trickle down of just wins and whatnot, so I feel really blessed to have joined the team when I did.
Oh, when aren't there special memories? I love my team. That's my prom date Rick right now. Okay. Like everything's been great. Like every time you've done something, it's a memory. Every time anybody on my team goes up for an award, that's a memory. Anytime they have a speech or a debate that does well, like they're all great. Even in the van rides where we'll sing some random song, it's a team thing, and we just, like, I don't know when we don't have memories that we create. So like the whole experience, they're our family, really. So, I mean, let's be honest, I want to take all of them with me when I go to a 4-year or something on further.